Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Philippines to join Australia's largest military exercise, Talisman Sabre. 11 ID leads turnover of renovated classrooms in Sulu. Fuel prices declined today after 3 weeks of hikes. MMDA suspends number coding scheme on Chinese New Year.
Good day everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Tuesday, January 28, and this is AFP Committee News, your source for the updates of the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay, here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, the Philippines will join the Talisman Sabre military exercise for the first time in 2025, according to Australia's acting ambassador to Manila, Moya Colette. The country's participation during a maritime security forum, describing the exercise as the largest in the southern hemisphere. Talisman Sabre, co-led by the United States and Australia, will involve live fire drills, amphibious landings, and air and maritime operations across Australian training areas and the Coral Sea. This marks a significant step in strengthening regional defense collaboration, with 19 nations invited to the Bangalore event.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Major General Leonardo Peña, the commander of the 11th Infantry Division, presided over the turnover of newly renovated classrooms in a reading center at Sapi Elementary School, Barangay Palige in Danan, Sulu yesterday. The project, a joint effort with stakeholders including Gawad Kalinga and the JVR Foundation, aims to provide a better learning environment. Major General Peña highlighted the role of education in shaping future leaders, calling the facilities a foundation of hope and progress. Key contributors including Ms. Hainab Alfad Abdul Mahid of Gawad Kalinga and Father Benvenido Nebres SJ emphasized the transformative power of education in promoting peace. Also, local leaders expressed their gratitude for the collaborative efforts.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Shai about AFP installs new leaders in joint change of office ceremony.
Good afternoon. The Armed Forces of the Philippines held a joint change of Chief of Office ceremony presided over by AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo S. Bronner Jr. to appoint new key leaders. Lieutenant General Jimmy D. Larida formally assumed the role of Vice Chief of Staff, succeeding Lieutenant General Arthur M. Cordura, now the Commanding General of the Philippine Air Force. Brigadier General Elmer D. Siderio was also installed as Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations J3. In his remarks, General Bronner commended both officers, entrusting them with advancing the AFP's mission of excellence and transformation. This is Shai Rivera reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shai.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Two members of the BRP Tomas Campo PG-908 and the soon-to-be commissioned BRP Albert Mahini PG-909 are undergoing intensive training of the operation and maintenance of the non-line-of-sight missile system. The training, conducted by Israel's Rafael Advanced Defense System Limited, began last January 20 and will run until February 7, 2025. It involves 6 personnel per vessel, including commanding officers, executive officers, and weapons specialists. Participants receive both theoretical instruction and practical application, including an at-sea phase for system testing, calibration, and missile firing procedures.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 801st Infantry Brigade successfully organized an amnesty orientation and application processing event in Catbalogan, Samar as part of the National Amnesty Program for former rebels. In collaboration with the National Amnesty Commission, the event provided clear guidelines on amnesty applications under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s Proclamation No. 44, offering amnesty to the former members of the CPP, NPA, and DF. A total of 73 FR applicants were processed in coordination with the brigade's operational units across December 2023 and January 2025. Former rebel leader Bartolome Alegria and Manan expressed gratitude for the government's support and called on other active NPA members to embrace the opportunity for a better future.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now let's hear a report on the ground about Second ID Honors Music Groups for outstanding contributions. Going for the details, Jai.
Rofh, the 2nd Infantry Jungle Fighter Division, recognized 2 music groups for their exceptional performances during a flag raising ceremony. Major General Cirilo Balauro Jr., 2nd ID Commander, awarded the 2nd ID Combo for securing 2nd place in the Training and Doctrine Command Battle of the Bands held last December at Camp O'Donnell, Kapas Tarlac. The 14th Installation Management Battalion Marching Band was also honored for their uplifting performance during the division's visit to Rehobo Booth Sampaloc Ministries, bringing joy to children during the Yuletide season. Major General Balauro praised the groups for their talent and dedication. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jai.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Alpha Company of the 56th Infantry Battalion swiftly responded to a life-threatening situation involving Mrs. Marcel Lakay from Sitio Labo, Barangay Tapak, Paquibato District. Mrs. Lakay, the wife of a Bahani member, showed signs of a severe medical crisis requiring immediate intervention. The Philippine Army mobilized a KM-450 military vehicle to transport her to the Southern Philippines Medical Center in Davao City for urgent care. The rescue operation, which began at 6:30 a.m., ensured she was promptly transferred to the medical facility, preventing further harm. This successful operation was made possible through coordination between the Philippine Army, the Barangay Local Government Unit of Tapak, and Bahani forces.
DWDD National News.
And for our national news, all firms lowered the prices of fuel today, ending 3 successive weeks of price increases. The per liter price of gasoline was reduced by 80 centavos. Meanwhile, diesel prices were cut down by 20 centavos and kerosene by 50 centavos. Oil industry sources attributed the rollback to oil-related global developments.
Armed Forces Radio.
And more updates from Geo about 6 FAB troops boost health preparedness with flu vaccinations.
Yes, Rofh personnel of Alpha Neutralizer Battery from the 6th Field Artillery Battalion received influenza vaccinations at the Rural Health Unit in Esperanza, Sultan Kudarat. The initiative aimed at enhancing the health and readiness of troops, ensures that soldiers remain in peak condition to fulfill their operational responsibilities. The effort reflects the military's commitment in prioritizing the well-being of its personnel while maintaining the overall readiness and capability of the unit. This is Gio reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gio.
DWDD National News.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority announced the suspension of the number coding scheme on Wednesday, tomorrow, January 29. This is due to Chinese New Year festivities. The MMDA expects heavy traffic in Binondo, Manila, and Banawi, Quezon City, where parades and special performances will be held. Chinese Filipino communities prepared festive events to celebrate the Lunar New Year.
DWDD National News.
The Commission on Elections will prioritize the printing of ballots and distribution of all election paraphernalia by region. Chairperson George Erwin Garcia said they will start from the farthest region. The COMELEC resumed yesterday the printing of 73 million ballots for the upcoming midterm elections in the BARM parliamentary polls. The printing was suspended last January 14 after the Supreme Court issued temporary restraining orders to stop the poll body from disqualifying some candidates. Garcia said candidates who are still awaiting a final decision on their cases or motions are still included in the official ballots.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now let's us hear more from Meljoy of First Year G about 5th ID sends off 20 new officers and 122 new privates to different line units.
Yes, Rofh, carrying the lessons from their training, 22nd lieutenants and 122 new privates are ready to take on the challenges of their service after send-off ceremony was conducted led by Major General Gulliver L. Señeres, commander of the 5th Infantry Division on January 27, 2025. The newly assigned officers and enlisted personnel will be deployed to various units under the 5th Infantry Division. In his speech, Major General Señeres emphasized the values they must uphold in their service through the 5th Infantry Division tagline, Malasakit, Disiplina at Galing. Major General Señeres encouraged the new breed of soldiers to remain steadfast in their duties, vigilant in their actions, and united in their shared mission. Following the ceremony, the soldiers departed for their assigned units, driven by their commitment to addressing insurgency and preparing for future challenges. This is Meljoy Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy from First Year G.
DWDD National News.
For other development story, the Department of Information and Communications Technology is neutral on a partyist group's proposal to grant a 20% discount to students loading up for texts, calls, and especially data. DICT Secretary Ivan John Uy said it is a good study, but there are certain things to be considered. Earlier, the Click party list called for the revisiting of the Student Fair Discount Act, saying that it is time to include giving students a 20% discount on mobile data load. Click party list first nominee Nick Conti argued that the connectivity through internet connection and data is a must for students, just as transportation is.
DWDD National News.
The House of Representatives approved on second reading the bill that seeks to extend the term of barangay and sangguniang kabataan officials to 6 years. Under House Bill 11287, village and SK elections shall be held on the second Monday of May 2029 and every 6 years after that. Oriental Mindoro 1st District Representative Arnan Panaligan said that by fixing the term of office of the barangay and sangguniang kabataan officials to 6 years, their election will never coincide with national and local elections. He added that through a longer term of office, the country can develop a core of well-trained, well-experienced leaders at the grassroots level.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Solcom, let us hear from Sena about 903rd Infantry Brigade and PSWDO Sorsogon conduct profiling of former rebels in Huban, Sorsogon.
The 903rd Infantry Patriot Brigade, in collaboration with the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office of Sorsogon, successfully conducted the profiling of former rebels at Harong Paglaong Barangay Cogon, Huban, Sorsogon. The profiling process is a crucial step in fulfilling the requirements for the FRs to access government support programs. This initiative aims to integrate them into mainstream society and help them lead normal lives. This program includes livelihood opportunities, financial aid, skills development training, and psychosocial services to help them rebuild their lives and contribute positively to the community development. The Team Patriot remains steadfast in its mission to support these endeavors, exemplifying its commitment to fostering lasting peace, stability, and progress in Sorsogon. This is Sena from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sena from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, the House of Representatives ratified Congress's final version of the bill that aims to turn the National Economic and Development Authority into a department. The House ratified the bicameral conference committee report on the bill last night. Bukidnon 2nd District Representative Jonathan Keith Flores said that the reconciled version would reach the desk of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. before the 19th Congress ends its third and last regular session.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine government will continue to engage with the United States regarding the possible impact of the 90-day foreign aid suspension signed by U.S. President Donald Trump. DFA spokesperson Maria Teresita Daza said they will continue to engage the U.S. government on this matter, citing the recent conversation between DFA Secretary Enrique Manalo and newly installed State Department Secretary Marco Rubio. She noted how the two officials emphasized the importance of the Philippine-U.S. alliance. They also committed to work towards strengthening security, economic, and regional cooperation.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Chris Bell, let us hear some details about 1st Marine Brigade holds inspiring donning of rank ceremony.
The 1st Marine Brigade proudly recognized the advancement of 18 personnel during a donning of rank ceremony presided by Brigadier General Romulo Quimado II, Philippine Navy Marines, Commander, 1st Marine Brigade at the headquarters 1st Marine Brigade, Camp Iranon, Barangay Tugay, Barira, Maguindano del Norte yesterday. The ceremony not only celebrated their well-deserved promotion but also marked the start of their new roles and responsibilities as leaders within the organization. Brigadier General Quimado took the opportunity to remind the newly promoted personnel of the core values of the Philippine Marine Corps. He urged them to embrace and uphold these guiding principles as they transition into higher ranks, leading their fellow Marines with unwavering integrity, strength, and wisdom. With their promotion comes the expectation of even greater dedication to duty, leadership, and service to the country. The commander emphasized that their advancement reflects not just individual achievement, but the collective progress of the entire brigade. As they move forward in their careers, they are entrusted with the responsibility of mentoring the next generation of Marines, ensuring the continued success and values of the 1st Marine Brigade. The ceremony served as a powerful reminder that leadership is built on discipline, compassion, and a deep commitment to the mission and to one another. This is Crisbel May Lorenzo reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Chris Bell.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let's hear more from Bay about BRP General Tinangag celebrates promotion of LTJG Jeremiah Presto.
Yes, Rofh, the BRP Hener Tinangag PG 903 and its crew celebrated the promotion of Lieutenant Junior Grade Jeremiah C. Presto, Philippine Navy, the vessel's Assistant Surface Warfare Officer. Lieutenant Junior Grade Presto is a member of a PMA Masaligan class of 2021, has played a vital role in the ship's successful maritime and naval operations as well as its administrative accomplishments. The donning of rank ceremony marked his well-deserved promotion and recognized his dedication, courage, and exceptional performance aboard PG 903. The Philippine Navy regards these milestones as both a celebration of achievement and a call to take on greater responsibilities. This is Beatrice reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Bea.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has granted executive clemency to former Iloilo City Mayor Jed Mabilog. Mabilog was accused of being involved in the illegal drugs trade during the Duterte administration. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin confirmed in a statement that the president granted Mabilog's petition for executive clemency in connection with his administrative case, thereby removing the penalties or disabilities resulting from such cases. Palas also cited the former mayor's long-standing commitment to good governance, coupled with awards and recognition received by Iloilo City under his leadership.
DWDD National News.
The Governance Commission of Government-Owned and Controlled Corporations has recognized the Pag-ibig Fund as one of the top-performing government-owned companies. Pag-ibig landed in the top 10 GOCs for earning the highest ratings based on GCG's evaluation systems. The Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development Secretary Jose Rizalino Acuzar said, "The recognition is another testament to Pag-ibig Fund's consistently outstanding performance. He added that this inspires the agency to continue doing their best. For her part, Pag-ibig CEO Marilyn Acosta expressed gratitude to GCG for the recognition and expressed commitment in serving their members.
Armed Forces Radio.
From NOLCOM, let us hear some information from Joanne about PCG provides medical assistance to Filipino fishing boat continue patrolling the coast of Zambales.
The Philippine Coast Guard vessel BRP Cabra promptly responded to a distress call from a Filipino fishing boat situated 70 nautical miles southwest of Silangin Island, Zambales. Upon arrival, the fishermen faced heavy waves and utilized their indigenous boats to transport the PCG medical team for assistance. Unfortunately, the team discovered that the fisherman had no pulse and was already deceased. To transport the body of the fisherman back to Subic, Zambales, BRP Cabra bravely navigated through the heavy waves to retrieve the deceased using its crane. It is crucial to note that the Chinese Coast Guard vessel CCG-3304, despite being aware of the distress call from the Filipino fishermen, engaged in shadowing that hindered the Philippine Coast Guard vessel's efforts to recover the body. As of 7 p.m. yesterday, BRP Teresa Magbanwa is en route to assume responsibility for patrolling the coast of Zambales to address the illegal presence of the Chinese Coast Guard. This follows the commendable efforts of BRP Cabra over the past few days in pushing CCG vessels further from the coast. The PCG remains steadfast in its commitment to prioritize the welfare and safety of Filipino fishermen despite facing wave heights of 3 to 4 meters. The PCG vessels will continue to operate courageously while standing firm against the illegal deployment of Chinese Coast Guard vessels off the coast of Zambales. This is John Sagaok reporting from Northern Luzon Command for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne from NOLCOM.
Armed Forces Radio.
For other updates, 17 former rebels earned TESDA certificates, receive bakery equipment. Go ahead, Gina.
Yes, Rofh, 17 former rebels successfully completed Technical Education and Skills Development Authority training in bread and pastry production and carpentry and NC2, earning certifications during a graduation ceremony in Gihulngan City, Negros Occidental. The event, themed Empowering Communities Through Skills Development, was organized by the Gihulngan City Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict, TESDA, and the 62nd Infantry Unifier Battalion. Participants also received bakery equipment to support their livelihood. Gihulngan Mayor Filomeno Reyes thanked TESDA and military leaders for providing the free skills training. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
Grab Philippines has cleared one of its driver partners accused of lascivious acts by his passenger. This comes after a thorough investigation into the complaint that had gone viral. The company said that after a detailed review of the incident, there is no conclusive evidence to substantiate the allegations or indicate malicious intent. The accused driver's account has been reinstated and Grab pledged to compensate him for earnings lost during the suspension period.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that concludes today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to catch and join us again on Thursday for more updates and stories, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.